Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are live on Facebook and Industry Connect YouTube channel. So welcome to this live with Q and Bruno. We're catching up with these guys again. Now they are in their internship, which is step 2 of our 3-step process. And the internship is done with our partnering company, MVP Studio. So those of you that haven't jumped on a live with us before, we're going live using StreamYard. So in the comments, click in the comments there. There's a link that you can click on. If you're wanting to make any comments or ask questions, it's StreamYard.com, okay? Click on there and give permission for StreamYard to see your name and your profile image. And then when you comment, I'll be able to see that and ask those questions if you've got any. Okay, so that's all good. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Q and Bruno. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So those of you that don't know, Bruno is in New Zealand and Q is in Australia. So let's just start off with you, Q. Bruno, I just must say, it's like you've been running and woohoo, you're looking good there. Q, tell us, what are you up to in your internship so far? And share with everyone how long have you been with the internship? And where are you up to at the moment in applying for jobs, etc.?
Okay. Hi, Carla. Hi to everyone. Thanks for having me once again. So at the moment, I'm at the level where I've finished my advanced task and I'm waiting for it to be reviewed. And at the same time, I'm also actively looking and working with the global talent team where there's any job openings. I do draft my CV and tailor it to the particular job now as it is, and then send through my applications. That being said, I'm still part of the internship team where I'm continuing to work on my tasks, and then that obviously improves my skill set as we go along. So it's not like I'm just sitting on my laurels and just applying for work. So it's also continuously improving my skills. And on that side, I think there's one or same thing which I just got myself involved in, which is volunteering. From my understanding, it's sort of one of the key things. Let's say to see if you're one person who can fit in different cultures, who is not only about work and so forth. So it's called the Zim community, where we get to be involved with community, especially in this COVID period, where you get to help out with food parcels. And once that, there's also plans for how to integrate heritage shows and so forth. So I'm really excited to be part of that new adventure on the side as well in terms of volunteering to the community.
That is awesome. I love to hear this kind of stuff. I love it because I'm part of not here in Industry Connect, but I do that kind of stuff as well, like feeding homeless people as well. So I love that kind of stuff, and especially during these funny times that we've been in. Still feeling and being part of something, especially if you've been in 4 walls for a while, being part of the community still in some little ways, kind of like it makes you, it's just that feel good thing. So good on you, Q. Love to hear those kind of things. It's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Bruno, what have you been up to, Bruno, down there in Wellington, New Zealand?
Right. So I've so I'm on probably starting week 5 now of the internship. I started just the beginning of September, so just been a month now. It's been good. It's been challenging, but at the same time really good because you see your set of skills. You're just improving every day. It's been really good. I just finished the competition task, and now I'm gonna start the next task that we're gonna be on groups of 3 or 4 test analysts, and we're gonna be working together. So it's gonna be another challenge, to work with people. So far we've been working alone or by ourselves and just getting a little bit of help from a mentor. But now we will be working as a team, which is pretty good because we have 3 or 4 people helping us out and brainstorming, and so this is going to be really good.
That's good that you're working in a team, because obviously when you get in the workforce, you're not going to be a loner by yourself. You have to learn how to work as a team. So you've got obviously a task to to undertake, and you undertake that as a team. How are you doing that? Because I know that you work full time as well. How's it going to work with kind of like getting together with each other? Is that kind of how it works with the team task, or how does that work?
Well, so I haven't been appointed to a team so far, but I could check what the next task is about. And they just explain on the first paragraph that we're going to be working on a team of 3 or 4. You're going to have a kind of a team leader that's going to organize things and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know so far, especially because there are people from around the world. Some people in the UK, so you don't know when they're going to be awake to work with you, or you're going to be working. So I mean, but this is the future. There are a lot of companies that are working remotely. You don't need to even live in the country where the company is based. So that's all what we're going to face out there. So it's a challenge, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be really, really good.
Yes, yeah. You're right with saying that this is a future where people are working for a company in their different countries, and there's a lot of advantages for a company doing that too, because there's someone working on it continuously. So there's someone over here in that time zone, someone over here in that time zone. If you're able to work as a team, you could get that project out the door quicker than working in just one time zone, if that makes sense. That's just logical sense. And so you're going to see a lot of this. Well, you are seeing a lot of this right now with teams that are global teams for companies. So it just makes logical sense. They have a sense that you have a lot of people working on one project in different time zones, so it gets out the door quicker. The project, this
is good. We're gonna face this, pretty soon. So it's good. It's pretty good.
Exactly. So Q, you finished your advanced tasks. That's right. That's what you said.
Yes.
And so is that the advanced tasks? So then are you then going to go into what they call the core team, or apply for the core team?
Yes, that's the plan. Yep. So I think with the core team, I think it's obviously a bit of a high level and a different tasks and different team members as well, from my understanding. So I'm pretty much looking forward to it. And then, that's where I am at the moment with regards to the internship itself.
Yeah. Share with everyone at the moment, like how you said before that you're working with GTIO, Global Talent, who's our recruitment arm. How is that going? How are they working with you? I know you're working with Mary. Was it Mary you're working with from GTIO? How does that work? How does she work with you?
Oh, so far it's been pretty good. I think we've been able to set up 2 Zoom meetings, basically to discuss, have a look, review my resume, how it looks like, and then I do really appreciate as well the recommendations that she offered me to to make adjustments to my CV and try and improve and work on it, because like I said earlier on, it's always trying to tailor your particular CV to the particular job that you'll be applying for. So and I think one thing that I'm also really grateful, I think there were some openings that were available, which it did send through, and I've worked with her to apply for those jobs. And at the moment, I'm waiting for feedback from, of course, one of them. They've responded. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful, but I'm still positive. I'm still optimistic that something will come through. So I think as I was talking to Bruno earlier on, and you as well, it's a matter of always being positive, applying, and then it's a matter of that 1 year to come through. So it's a continuous process, and I'm really grateful with the GTR team. I think they're very supportive, and the fact that they do make time to, to go out there, provide different, help you look out for different jobs. And at this point in time, if it does happen that there's an interview or something along those lines, they are available to help and work with me to prepare for that particular job interview.
Fantastic, like an interview simulation, and work through it. That's fantastic. No, they really are a great team of people, and they do that's what they do. They like to help people get ready. Like we call our programs job ready, everyone. So there's a reason behind that, because we look at everyone holistically, technical, soft skills, and then obviously that comes in the interplay is your CV and interviews and all that kind of stuff. So it's like an undergirding and looking at someone holistically. So that's good to hear that, you've gone through and you're applying now, Q. It's only a matter of time, I tell you. It's only a matter of time. And it's the same with everyone, the right job, the right position will come. And then, sometimes we have people, those of you out there, that all of a sudden they'll have like 2 or 3 offers, and it's like it just comes all of a sudden because you've built a momentum of applying for and targeting jobs that fit your skill set.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So Bruno, onboarding. Just explain to everyone, please. You said that you finished your onboarding. So with your onboarding, what does that entail? Is it like set tasks to kind of like get to know the technologies? Just explain a little bit about, because some people that have watched this won't understand what you're meaning.
Yeah. So the onboarding task is, of course, the first task you do when you start your internship. It's not simple, but it's for you to get used to the platform that you're going to be working on from day one of the internship, and using different set of skills that you've learned on the 6-week program, and then of course you have help of your mentor. You have help of the Q Hub, where you can post your question, and people within the community of MVP Studio and Industry Connect, they help you, or otherwise you just go to your the guys that started with you, see if they can help you. Go to the internet. So there is a lot of help in that, like I said, the camaraderie between among all the participants, and you basically on your first task, on your onboarding task, you just play around with the platform, know what do you do, what it can do, what it cannot do, and then in my case as a test analyst, you just do some manual testing. Do some test planning and test conditions, test planning, everything that you will be doing, on a outside. And then you automate, you code some tests, and you submit to your mentor to be approved or not.
Awesome. Fantastic. I just wanted everyone to know exactly what you meant by the onboarding, because it's a bit confusing sometimes. People go, what does that mean? Yeah. And then now you're going over to this task with a group. And Q, you did say about that you've completed your advanced task. So that comes after your onboarding.
Yes.
Explain to people what advanced tasks, what does that mean? It's the next level up, I take it, and it's just a bit more involved.
Yes, certainly one is a level up, and then I think that's the stage in which Bruno will be heading into, where you'll be working in teams. So obviously these are remote teams with the current setup of different companies, and then also ourselves as well. So in my case, my team, 2 of them were here in Melbourne, and the other girl was in New Zealand. So in terms of scheduling times, it's a matter of you and your team just to try and find the most suitable time for everyone. And then splitting the tasks among yourself, you need to try and distribute. So this is where I think you learn to share and distribute tasks in an even manner, and then in team collaboration as well and spirit, and then to make sure that everyone try and put their best foot forward. That being said, you might find one might be having challenges, and then through those Scrum meetings, because regularly I think with my team, I think twice a week on average, would meet up, and then lucky enough, pretty much 90% of the times, if not more, everyone was always available. So it would be great. And most of like Bruno said, the camaraderie is really great because everyone is cooperative and everyone wants to get the work done. So once you finish the task, obviously be in consultation with your mentor as well, if you're having any challenges, because the tasks are a bit more advanced. So here and there, even after some bit of research, you might find a few blockers. And then through those Scrum meetings, you get to engage with others. And I think also sometimes during tech chit chat, it can be really helpful as well. You might find people in different teams might be having similar challenges. So just to follow those queries, which could be on Question Hub, do really help a lot. So it's really quite exciting. I personally did enjoy it. And, after that, you can count yourself, you can picture the whole scenario, the whole environment, how it'll be working as well once you're up there, because pretty much everything works smoothly in terms of sharing your files. You now have different various tools that you can do in terms of scheduling. It could be Trello, it could be Zoom, it could be even making use of WhatsApp to share different files, or in cloud platforms in terms of sharing documents and so forth. So to be able to make use of those team tools as part of a team, I think it gives you a bonus or a bit of an edge as well as you prepare for work.
Yes. Just explain to everyone that is watching, Q, what you mean by Scrum. And I know the MVP, they use Agile Scrum methodology. So just explain what you mean when you say Scrum, because some people might not understand.
Okay. Yeah, so Scrum meetings, I think it's already quite key in the software development environment. This is whereby with your team or as a company as a whole, depending on how you set it up, you might find it could be some bit in the morning before the start of the day, and then you sort of like give a bit of an update, just maybe 5 minutes or 2 minutes per individual, depending how big the team is or how big the project you're working on. So probably just highlight what you've covered, and then probably mention the blockers that you might be facing through, and then did give a hint of what you'll be working on that particular day. That'll be like in the production environment. And then with us, our Scrum meetings, of course, because we're not meeting daily, so they were a bit longer. That was probably roughly an hour or sometimes an hour and a half, because we're trying to cover all the problems, in one go, like for that particular week where everyone is having challenges. So it's whereby you're collaborating with the team. You discuss, okay, guys, during this week, I've covered 1, 2, 3 points. And then my blockers were where my challenges were, A, B, C, D. And then just lay it on the floor. Does anyone have, possible solutions to the challenge that I was facing? So it is also like to keep everyone in the loop of what's happening. Then everyone, okay, so and so maybe is lagging behind. And even if someone is lagging behind, it's not a problem. That's where the team play comes through. Then you ask, okay, are you having any challenges? How can we help you? Maybe it could have been maybe personal issues. Maybe one wasn't feeling well, so that's why maybe they're lagging behind a little bit. So it's not like it's a crime if someone is lagging behind. It's just a matter of keeping everyone in the loop of, rather than assuming that you're progressing at the same pace. So Scrum meeting basically just giving each other updates in teams and to know like what will be our next step, and then everyone knows what's happening with the whole project.
Fantastic. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you for explaining that. I'm sure a lot of people now understand that what that is and how you guys work through your internship with MVP Studio, because you can always think how it looks, but until someone actually says, we do it like this and we do it like that and this is what it means. So that's awesome. Thanks you so much, Q. So everyone, if you've got any questions, there is a link in the comments. It is streamyard.com/Facebook. You need to give us, StreamYard, permission to see your name, and then you can ask a question or comment, okay? So now also everyone out there, if you are either wanting to starting in your software developer career, your test analyst career, or business intelligence data analyst, our next intake is very soon. It's the 19th of October, which is this coming Monday. So if you are interested, I'll put a comment in the comments where there is an apply link where you can register your interest, get an information pack, and then one of the team will be in touch with you, okay, to have a discussion. So that is 19th of October, Monday the 19th of October is the next intake. So where Q and Bruno are in step 2, which is the internship. So there's a 3-step process throughout the whole journey with Industry Connect. So the first step is a 6-week job ready program with Industry Connect. Then after that, you move over to the internship, step 2, which is with MVP Studio, our partnering company. So that is a fully mentored, learning enhanced internship. So what the guys have been explaining, this is exactly what you'll be doing and implementing what you've learned in your 6 weeks within a project. So you'll start off slowly with onboarding, advanced tasks, and they've got steps in there too. There's KPIs to meet in there. Now, step 3 is when you are at a certain point in your internship, you can then be asked to join GTIO, Global Talent, which is our recruitment arm, which is step 3, okay? So Q is in that stage right now. He's just, applying for jobs and keeps up his internship, etc. So that is how our 3-step process looks and works, okay? So any last kind of encouraging words for people that are, during these times have been going through a bit, obviously, this year, but now they're thinking it's time now. So any last kind of words or encouraging kind of things you'd like to say to people? Bruno?
Right. So as I said on the other meeting, this is, I think this is the time. Now is the time. We are looking at the future that we kind of it's different after all the situation we are and what we've been through this year. So more and more people will be working remotely, and I believe this is the career path that will be booming, still booming. When with all these changes, we don't know what's going to happen, but we know we still will rely on technology. So I think that's the main thing. Also, it's don't delay it. If you think you're good to go, just enroll it. You will have, as we were discussing before, you will have time to do everything. I work full time. I'm able to do my internship, do my work, do whatever I want to do on my free time. So yes, it is possible. So just as I did, just talk to one of the team. They are always free to give you advice and explain a little bit more. You have that small question that is it's important for your decision making. Just talk to the team and ask them, and just face it. This is so far it's been a great journey for me, and I'm pretty sure for Q as well. So it's a great journey. It's a lot of learning. You meet a lot of people, and the market is really good outside. So I would just say just go for it.
Awesome. Thanks, Bruno. What about you, Q?
All right. Thanks for that. All I can say is just be prepared. Take this opportunity to upskill yourself. And other thing that I would say, especially with Industry Connect or when choosing one of the programs, it is open, even if it's for a career change, if that's something you're looking at doing. So if you don't have to have a deep core understanding of, let's say, of all the technologies or in terms of coding and so forth. But then if you look at doing a career change, I think the way the program is laid out, where you start with the classes for the first 6 weeks, where you're to be given the tools and the knowledge. Yes, a bit of an overload at the beginning, but it's enough to get you started, okay? So as long as you've got that will and put in more extra hours on your own when you're back home to make sure that you learn those new technologies, and then as you go through to the onboarding as well, the tasks as well as they go higher and higher, it allows you for that swift career change. If that is something one is looking at doing, and then if you've made up your mind, I would say one of the benefits would be to networking. Your network will be growing because every day you're working with different individuals, and then we'll be working in the same space. And then you never know, at some point they always say they could be linked to the different job wherever they found work, and then they might share that job opening with you. It could be on LinkedIn or any platforms where you might choose to connect. And then there's one of these programs that you usually have, like for employability, where you choose to opt to have a conversation with a partner. I think that's one of the great benefits that I found, like people with different stories, where they're coming from and what their dreams or what they want to do, and to connect and at that level is, I think, to a certain degree, it's like personal connection, because you get to hear someone else's life, how they're working on it, and the obstacles that they're facing in terms of finding work, and then just have a conversation as if like having coffee out there, and then learn something from it, and also share your knowledge and how they can improve themselves or yourself as an individual. So I'll say keep working on it, and then yeah, the opportunity will come at some point.
Exactly. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for those encouraging words. And I know with you, Bruno, it was quite, you'd met us ages ago, and then you took the leap this year.
Yeah, I just you know, it's like it's never the right time. So there's always going to be something that you're gonna, oh no, but maybe just go for it. You know, it's gonna be fine. 100%. Sure, it's gonna be fine.
You're gonna be stretched. Your capacity is always going to be stretched. That's where growth comes. You know, where growth happens, it's going to be painful sometimes. Well, a lot of the time, actually. Let's be honest. So you've got to be ready for that. It's like if you're going to do the same stuff and expect a different outcome, then it's never going to happen. You've got to change it up. You've got to change it up, and you know, that goal, whatever that is, has to be the focus point, and it has to be the magnet that pulls you and pulls you and pulls you. So, well, thanks guys so much about sharing your update on your internship. And next time, maybe in 3 or 4 weeks, we'll catch up with you again. We might catch up with you earlier, Q, maybe. Might hear.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah, who knows?
Yes, who knows? It might be a quick Facebook Live because you've just secured a job. We'll just put that out there right now.
It's coming.
It is. And then Bruno will be applying for jobs, and then he'll be, you know, I'm just going to say that over you guys right now. That's what's going to happen.
All right.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for your time and everything and sharing and all that. And we look forward to catching up with you again in 3 or 4 weeks. Also, everyone, I've got another Facebook Live tomorrow, 6 p.m. New Zealand Daylight Saving Time, which is 3 p.m. Australia, it's Brisbane time. So just look on Google your actual time, but I've put a post up in our Facebook and YouTube channel. So this is with a lovely lady called Anjali. Now, it's called, it's about being noticed. It's about standing out from the crowd. Okay, the title is Standing Out from the Crowd. And she has actually just started her YouTube channel. She's a test analyst in the internship at the moment, and she started her YouTube channel. I think it was just a few days ago. So we're going to catch up with her tomorrow. So jump on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, have a look, lock in that time, and come and listen to her, because she does a few things. I've talked to her today, and she shared with me a couple of cool things that she does. So she's positioning herself to be seen. So in these times, you need to be able to stand out from the crowd, from all the noise. So maybe some of her tips and tricks and what she's doing could actually fit something that you could possibly do to stand out from the crowd. So we might see you there tomorrow, everyone. Thanks again, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll catch you again soon.
See ya.
Cheers, guys.